Okay, Ross, you're the best one here. We get it.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
How come that's what everything turns into? You know, everyone's like, man, I shit my pants every day. And I'm like, I don't shit my pants. And everyone's like, okay, Mr. Perfect.
Because you're just too good, Ross, okay?
You're
Also,
right.
weird analogy when you do shit your pants.
I shit my pants one time.
Let's talk about that.
You've not heard that story?
No.
I shit my pants in front of a grandma.
In front of a grandma?
A grandma, not my grandma.
Oh,
So don't
how do
worry
you know
about
she
that.
was somebody's grandma?
Because it was my high school best friend's grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was at her house and ferociously shit my pants in front of her.
Ferociously?
I say that because the noise of it coming out of my butt was so loud to me, I did not hear what she said when she talked to me.
Were you like,
I'm sorry, what was that?
were you like, I have to go to the bathroom, and she was like, oh, let's talk about how it's Sunday.
Exactly that.
Oh, no.
I ran in, long story short, we were walking around Crooksville, because that's what you did. I ran in the door, because I was like, I got to go home, and I got to poop real bad. It just hit, and it was going to explode. And I was like, I got to make it to your house. My first worry, door's locked. Nope, door's unlocked. I'm like, hell yeah. I dart in the door. I'm about to turn down the hallway to go to the bathroom, and Grandma's sitting in the living room. She's like, hello, Ross.
No, I would have been like, Grandma, you can wait.
And I was
I'd have been like, hi, Grandma, I'll be right back.
I tried. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go. And she was like, so today I've been by myself all day. No one's talked to me. And I'm like, oh, God. And then just
That would be my weakness, too, is
Literally.
lonely old people.
like she just starts talking. And I'm like, I got to be nice. And then all I hear, like I see her mouth moving, but all I hear is, I'm not even joking. And I'm just
Were you
like,
in, like, jeans?
Was she in shock?
she didn't hear it.
What?
you know, Grandma's in there hearing.
That literally, she didn't.
She just kept going?
Yep.
Didn't smell it, didn't
Okay.
So like
anything.
I'm sheeting and all I hear is from across the living room.
You're like, that is so sad, Jan. Jan, I'll be right back.
And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, I really got to go to the bathroom. And now it's like, you know, the damage has been done. And so I went, finished up in the bathroom, didn't know what to do with my shit covered underwear. So I tucked it in the bottom of their trash can.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in there. And they never found it.
Wow.
So,
Or they did, we don't know.
Well, no, I do know that once I revealed it to my friend, he was like, I had no fucking clue. And I was like, yeah, my shitty underwear was in the bottom of your
Oh my God,
tiny
that's
bathroom
hilarious.
trash can. And yeah, I pooped in front of his grandma. Pooped all my pants, my whole pants.
You guys want to play a game called Convo and Chill?
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Ooh, honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly,
Honestly,
same.
same. Honestly,
Honestly,
same.
same. Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Sometimes life feels like it shits your pants for you, you know? Honestly,
Do you guys
same.
ever feel like life just shits its pants on you
I don't know,
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
with shit
In
in
it?
the underwear?
a plastic bag in a bathroom trash can with shitty underwear in it?
On that note, who wants to go first?
All right. What are we doing?
Wait, who
Convo
are
and
you?
chill.
So
What's your name?
Oh,
yeah.
let's
Oh yeah.
start
Who
there.
are we?
Let's start there.
Hi. Welcome to Honestly Same.
Hey, everybody.
My name is Leah.
I'm Brittany.
I was like, I don't know why anyone else is not saying it.
And I'm Ross.
She was gonna be like, okay, and then that's Brittany, I guess.
I was gonna go. Hi, I'm Leah. I did not shit my pants in front of a grandma.
Listen, who knows if that part's even being edited into the show, you guys?
I think it should be.
It will be in there one way
Executive
or another.
decision.
That's, I mean, if the votes are against me, then I have
Those
no
were
choice
our
but to.
those were our gavels. That's how.
Yeah. Gavels.
The
Yeah.
wood hammer.
Judge Judy.
Yeah.
The Judge Judy. You Judge Judy
All right.
just now.
So how this game works?
Yes, Convo and chill.
There are 99 controversial conversation cards. So it's pretty simple. We just draw a card. It has a question or a topic, and we just discuss how we personally feel about that question or topic.
It is game time once again.
Yeah,
on
we love
Honestly
games.
Same. Honestly Game.
It's an honestly,
Honestly
game
Games.
episode.
That's what these are called. Trademarked. Anybody that has to.
That's the same podcast as us. What?
You did the voice.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, let's start.
Who wants to
Card
go
number
first?
one. You start.
Me
You're
go
in,
first?
Yeah, you're in the de facto captain's chair. Kick
Yeah.
us
All
off.
right.
See what
Let's
these
see.
cards are made of.
2 years after you get married, your partner changes their mind about ever having kids. Would you stay in the marriage or would you get a divorce? For me personally, it would depend on like if I change if we agreed on that we didn't want kids or we did want kids, and then they like 2 years in were like, no, actually, like I'm not somebody that necessarily that's not like a deal breaker for me, because I still don't know necessarily if I want kids. So like, it's funny because I've been married for 5 years and we go back and forth on this all the time.
Yeah.
If I was really gung-ho about like, no, I really want to be a mom, and my partner was like, no, I don't think that parenthood is like for me, then yeah, I feel like if it was something that was really important to me, then I'd probably be like, okay, then this isn't the person that I'm meant to be with. But I feel like Nick and I started our marriage saying like, I don't think we want kids. And we've sometimes been like, yeah, but they have those really cute, like tiny shoes they can wear, you know, like you have those moments where you're like, oh, well, maybe. And I will say that I've never considered this a deal breaker. And I thought for sure, like when I met Nick and we said we didn't want kids, and then one day I was kind of like, well, they're kind of cute. I thought for sure he'd be like, no, like we said we didn't want to do that. But he was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I definitely think it ebbs and flows.
yeah. So that's my answer.
I mean, technically your answer, I think we're going that
Okay,
way.
we'll go
But
this
like,
way.
I mean, if Zach was like, let's get rid of Winry and Ambrose, that's, your
And
answer
you know
to
what?
this
And
is
I'll
in
just
some
stay
different,
with him.
some different context.
If in a hypothetical
Uh-huh.
in a hypothetical situation, if I was married to anyone, I can only think of Zach, of course. If we didn't have kids and he was like, I don't want kids, and I didn't know Winry or Ambrose at all, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a deal breaker for me necessarily. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I have a deeper answer to that.
You just
outside of,
compromise. You just get them pregnant. They stay pregnant forever, so that then it's
Beautiful.
like you don't have a child, but like you have a child. You know.
You're just edging parenthood.
Yeah. Forever.
That's how science works.
You know.
Yeah.
Also,
great.
because they will just somehow stay pregnant forever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
You can just like push it back in at some point. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm,
Yeah,
that's
I
how that
don't.
works.
Sew the water back to sew the lining back to.
Yeah.
That
it's
makes
fine.
sense. Yeah. That sounds easier than just having a child.
Yeah, just keep it in.
Yeah, I don't. In that situation, I don't. It would take a conversation, but I would
Yeah.
also hope that
Yeah.
we would have had that conversation before. And then, yes, if they change their mind, I'd be like, okay, well, let's just like talk about it. I don't think I'd be like, you liar.
None of us
You
are. We
said-
all see the gray area. Some people would see it in black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends on both people specifically. Like if you married somebody that you were like, oh my gosh, like we're like on the same page of this, and then like even if it were your partner that was just like, I actually really do want kids, like then like as somebody that might not want them, then you're kind of like, oh, like is this something that I want in my life? But also I think it depends on like, I don't want to say this in a way that makes people feel bad for their opinion if they don't have it this way, but I love Nick so much that if it was something that mattered that much to him, it doesn't matter that much to me either way.
Yeah.
So if it mattered that much to him, and if it was anybody that I cared about that much, I feel like I'd be like, this is really important to you, so it's
Yeah.
really important to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yeah, let's do half and half.
let's just scooch some of those over
Lovely.
there.
Perfect.
All right.
Card number 2.
If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? Any job in the world,
In the whole world.
but it's still a job. I would make movies, duh. But if it was like a job, like a clock in, clock out job, then I would revive Blockbuster. Everyone knows this about me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess make movies.
Okay, copycat. What are you into film or something, Ross?
I don't know otherwise. Do I have to give a normal
It's
job,
literally
like a regular job?
No. I just will always have that backup.
No, girl, bring that up. Bring that ASMR back up here. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I guess mine would be. This is one of my classic.
What part
like,
of film though? Like, would you be like the person operating the camera? Would you be the director specifically?
Actually, you know what? I would act in them. That's what I would do. If I
Okay.
was really choosing, I would be in front of the camera. I would not be directing them.
See?
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Wow.
I would be like a dog petter, if that could be a job. You know, like just
Wow.
like play with puppies all day, and that would be great if I could get paid lots of money and a livable wage for that. That would be awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if
that-
you, listener or viewer, can provide us any of those jobs,
Yeah.
Yes.
let us know.
Yes.
Incredible. My turn?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Is dancing erotically with another person while you're in a relationship considered cheating? What a very
Erotically.
hyper specific question.
It is.
I think that's weird. Like, I wouldn't go as far as like, you cheated.
Right.
But I think that's weird. But like, it also depends on who. Like, I guess that's like,
It depends on the
depends on your
context of the
relationship and the
situation.
who's the other person?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Like, are you somebody that does like salsa dancing or something like in your free time, and like that's like what you're like hustle,
Yeah,
not hustle, but like is that what your like passion on the side is to like do dance? Because that can get really like that can get really sensual.
then I think
But,
that
like,
doesn't matter.
If
If it's
you're
just a
like
random-
at the club just grinding on a random person,
I feel like that's the context of
that's
this.
a
card.
little bit. That's a little bit different.
Yeah. Would I say it's cheating?
I wouldn't say it's cheating,
But I'd be like, yo, that's not that cool.
I don't love
I
that.
don't think I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I don't think I'm bothered by dancing, but maybe it's because whenever I like hear these questions, I think of my person and my partner currently, and I'm like, Nick can't dance.
Yeah, there's not like I know I'm like not worried about this at all because where is Zach? That he's getting pulled onto the dance floor.
If he would be grinding on anyone, it would be me.
See, and I'll be fine with that. So my answer is just like
Perfect.
you know,
Yes.
Incredible. All right.
All
Leah.
right, me again. Wait, I want to pull from this. I guess it doesn't matter. Is it possible to get out of the friend zone? If so, how? Again, depends on the context and the people involved. I think that a lot of times people get put in the friend zone because there's not chemistry coming from both sides. Sometimes it's like one person comes in and they're like, whoa, this person's great. I could see myself with them 100%, blah, blah, blah. And the other person's like, wow, this is a great friend. Like, this is a great situation. Like, this person is supportive and they're this and they're that. But they're not seeing them as like a potential partner because sometimes there's just not
yeah.
chemistry there. So I feel like if it were possible to get out of the friend zone, I would say it would probably have to be like over time to a point where maybe that chemistry was built.
And there
But,
would already
like-
have to be like an underlying thing because
Yeah.
no one can get out of the friend zone with me. That's just my whole life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who is like waiting to like
Yeah.
see. Like I'm just gonna I have to start a relationship just like really fresh with someone new. And
Yeah.
I think I start with like the physical attractiveness. So like even if it's like a great friend that I'm not attracted to or whatever, I go for the physical and then get to know them. So my friends, I just like already know them. So there's nothing, I'm
Right,
not
right.
looking for anything.
That's true. That's a very good
that
way to
makes
put
sense.
it.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely it's all context because I'm sure for every story where someone's like, I've been friend zoned for years, there's also an equal story that's like, we were friends for 10 years
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden we realized we were in love. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
it's literally 50-50 all the time. Like, I
think
feel like it all
something
just
too, I don't know if you can relate to this, but being bi, I'm super good at differentiating my friends from people I'm attracted to because it's
Yeah.
boys and girls. So the second that I'm like, this is my friend, that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's only a friend to me.
Yeah.
right.
I think that that's a big part of it too, is like, and it's like you said, attraction is just like one of those things where it's like, you know, you're attracted to somebody like pretty much within meeting them because of not necessarily even like the way that they look, but the way that they move in their body language and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you
And
just
if you just
know.
don't vibe with that in that way, then you just don't. And unless it's like one of those like stereotypical movies where it's like, oh, she takes off her glasses and you're like, whoa,
Right.
where was this all along?
Yeah,
I
no,
just
I don't
it doesn't happen very often in real life, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. I
Agreed.
think it's also a lot of communication too. Like
Yeah.
communication can like
Yeah.
decide whether it's like, oh yeah, hey, are we friends? Like, are we going to
Yeah,
talk
because
about
sometimes
this like
you don't
thing
know
going on?
if we're like if you're friends or if you're like moving
And
towards something.
I do kind of think that sometimes when people are like, "Oh, I'm in the friends," it's like just talk about the thing, and then
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
if you're mad that like if the other person's like, "No, yeah, we're friends," then
I also
that's your
think-
thing to deal with. Like,
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that this is controversial conversations. I think friend zone is so weird.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
know that there's an underlying like, well, I'm gonna keep trying, or I'm just gonna wait, is like the weirdest thing ever.
Yes. Just because, and again, as a bisexual person, you can't look at it as just like, oh, this is a potential partner for me, because anybody is a potential partner for me. So it's very much like you said, where it's kind of like, if I'm literally like right out of the gate, like, okay, this is somebody that I'm going to be hanging out with and being friends with and whatever, like, I'm not sitting there having like those flirtatious like moments with that person. And if it's very just platonic, then, and if you call yourself friend zone, that's like, again, yeah, kind of your
you
own
have a different
problem.
Exactly.
to me, yeah, you have like a different like motive than what I have.
Right.
Yes.
So then it's like, what is this friendship actually being based off
Yeah.
of? Are we really friends? Which, like, yes, of course. Like, if you're like actually attracted to somebody, like physically or just who they are, like, sure, there's an actual friendship built there. But that's why every time, I don't know, like, I feel like ever since I stopped being a high schooler,
Right.
and every time I
Yeah.
hear the phrase friend zone, I'm like, I don't necessarily know what
It
that
just sounds like
means.
you're not
Yeah.
meeting someone's boundaries.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
you're not communicating what you're actually looking
Yeah.
for. Of like, hey, listen, I know we're friends. This might be really, really fucking weird to talk about, but like, is there something here?
Right, and if
then
it's
just like
no,
address it.
then
And
you-
if it's
yeah.
no, then
Yeah.
like establish that boundary of like, okay, cool. We are friends, and again, okay, maybe I need to do work on
Yeah.
reevaluating how far I'm letting my emotions go
Yeah.
to this person.
Yeah.
So yeah, friend zone's sort of a silly thing. I think.
I agree.
Friend zone's a silly little guy. Speaking of silly little guys, do you
this a
believe
penis
in
card?
gender roles?
Oh.
Is this
I thought
a
it was
penis
going to be
card?
about, I was like, Oompa Loompas.
Like, I thought penis, you thought Oompa Loompa.
Okay, wait, what was it? Because
That was a weird, the actual thing.
what about
what
Oompa
does an
Loompa?
Oompa Loompa
What about
penis look
yeah,
like?
So, do you believe that Oompa Loompa's penis provides gender roles? No. Do you believe in gender roles? I
Can we define gender roles? Like, give me
like
some examples so
a
I
wife stays home and cooks and cleans, and a man goes to work. Those are gender
Oh,
roles. Men play sports and women do their nails. Those are gender roles.
know. Oh, well, then I guess my answer is an immediate no.
I think it's different for every single person.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
think
you
it's-
just do what you do, and some people
Yeah.
fall into like the categoric. We're very like we're gonna do our hair and makeup.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the gym. You're also gonna go to the gym. We're gonna break the gender role. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's.
Yeah.
I don't believe. I think that there are lots of people that like fall into them because
Mm-hmm.
that's comfortable and right for them. I don't think
Yeah.
that they're like set in stone and everyone should fall into them.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
don't think it's like a signed, set in stone thing.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like, if
You're
have to
born
be- yeah.
and you get a card with your like after you get your feet stamped on there. They're like, okay, you're a girl. Make sure your bedroom's pink when you get home.
Get
Yeah.
good at cooking and get good at cleaning.
Yeah.
My,
And this guy, make sure you can pee on the side of the bowl.
My grandpa, when my mom and my aunts were born, he was like, oh, another dishwasher, because that
Oh
was
my
just like
God.
the time, you know what I
That's
mean? 'Cause
literally-
this was,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
you know, the
Wild.
50s, 60s, or
And
whatever.
there will be people that like their life partner is someone that's like as tall as them with the same genes, so they can literally make football players if they get a boy. Like that's
Yeah.
all real stuff.
Absolutely.
Um,
I feel like for me, the only time that I consider gender roles to be like, even like appropriate, I guess, is if it's a cultural thing. Like
Yeah.
sometimes there are cultural things where it's like, this is a tradition with my family. We've always done this. Now, if you're marrying somebody outside of your culture, I feel like it's important to be like, hey, this is how we do things. And the other person could say, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with that. This is how we do things, and meet in the middle somewhere. I think it's about like not assigning gender roles, but figuring out how you as an individual
and how your like gender identity fits into whatever roles you're playing.
Exactly. Because I can't, you guys know this, I can't cook. I can't feed myself. Like if gender roles were actually like still in 2023, like something that people were heavily like, this is what we need to
You'd
be
be
doing.
like, here, dear, here's your cereal.
Yeah, I would quite literally be like a failure as like a woman. And I feel
Yeah,
like
that's-
that's just like, it's not a good way of being like, I guess, identified specifically as like who you are, as like how good you are at the things that your gender is supposed to be like good at
I mean,
or whatever.
I'm not a super handyman. You know, I can't go
Yeah.
build a bunch of stuff and fix anything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, can I figure it out?
You have a
Sure.
drill now though, right?
I do have a drill, so I can
He
drill.
bought a drill.
News.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
can drill some stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna go around and just,
can drill some stuff.
I can drill some things. I didn't like that. Let's go
We're
talk
cutting
about
that
something else. Time for the next card. All right, fill in the blank. Speaking of genders, men need to do better at blank.
I love this card. What's yours?
I think everyone, like, men are getting better at this, and it's being way more of a conversation now. But, like, I think it's a mixed bag of owning our emotions, communicating more clearly, and based off of kind of what we were just talking about, owning, like, feminine traits if you have them. And that doesn't mean anything else other than, like, oh, yeah, like, I have some feminine traits.
Yeah. And
yeah.
it doesn't have to be like a joke every time you're like, yeah, I love to like do X, Y, and Z that is like more
Yeah,
feminine. Like
no.
it doesn't have to be, you don't have to like prep the room. You can
Yeah.
just be that.
I think, yeah. If again, I do think things are
I agree.
moving a lot more in that way, where like dudes can just be like, oh yeah, I got a pedicure last week, and
Yeah.
another dude can be like, nice man, how was it? Like, but yeah, if I were just like umbrella, just generalizing, like it's the classic like owning your emotions more, being a better communicator, and not worrying about being a fucking dude.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be doing a toxic masculinity episode,
Yes,
aren't
there
we?
will be a masculinity episode later this season.
Yeah. The only other thing I want to add to that, just like on a less like positive note of things that I think like guys can be good at, consent. Just consent.
Yeah.
Not that needs to fall specifically on like
It
men's
is
shoulders.
true.
It is a societal thing. But like if lesbians can go to school, if bisexual girls can go to school and see a girl's shoulders and not like make it a problem, then I'm sorry, but boys will be boys is not something that I think is an appropriate like
Especially when
Yeah.
we're talking. Yeah. The only thing I've just like, yes, but doubling on like just being in tune with your emotions and talking about them and admitting them and not seeing it as like a weakness. I think that is just like the most
being
like,
vulnerable
absurd
is
thing.
actually a very, very strong thing to do because it's difficult.
Right.
If something is difficult, it's immediately more rewarding.
Yeah. Well, and the amount of men that don't show their emotions, everything I do comes from my emotions, how it's going to make me feel,
Yeah.
what it's going to relieve, whatever it is. So for men to just like walk around and never like release any of that, this is not even like, what could they be better at to like make the world better, like for their own like health and mental
Absolutely.
health.
Really?
That's sort of how I took it. It's like, yes, it's but because like if they're being better for themselves, that naturally is better
Yeah.
for anybody around.
Yeah.
them. Like,
Well, because if you're the best version of yourself in general, no matter who you are, man or woman, I feel like being like, yeah, more in tune with that person that you not only like who you are, but who you want to be, who you
Well,
aspire to
even
be.
but even if they're not doing it for themselves, like if you're not processing your own emotions, then you're like hurting other people.
Yeah.
There's no way around
And
that. If
being
you're not
able to-
processing even your everyday, the things that come out of your mouth, if you're not verifying that those things aren't not like insulting someone,
Right.
the wrong crowd or whatever, I just feel like
Being aware of your surroundings and the people, like emotionally aware of the people around you and yourself and
Yeah.
how your emotions also affect other people, because that's something that
Or
I've
lack
noticed
of
is like,
emotions.
yeah, if you're not able to express your emotions in a way that is healthy for you and for the other people around you as far as their boundaries and stuff like that goes, and this is anybody, I feel like emotionally just being like completely aware of like the room, like read
Yeah.
the room in that way, I guess.
read the room. That's a big one. All right, your
Yep.
turn.
you're up.
You're up,
I'm gonna,
Kip.
I'm gonna pull from this pile this time. Oh, okay. This is multiple parts. So, if you were a step parent, how would you want your stepchild to address you? A, by your first name, or B, mom and dad? For me, as a step parent, this is me specifically looking at like if I married somebody that had a kid. So, I would think, depending on the age of this kid, like I would probably go by my name. The only time that I would want a child to refer to me as mom and as mom or dad, I guess they could call me whatever
You
they
do
want.
it all.
Yeah.
No gender roles here.
No gender roles here.
Leah's other life almost slipped into this where she's
Yeah.
referred to as daddy.
I think if it was a situation where if I met somebody who had a very young child
With no mom in the
with
picture.
no mom in the picture, and then they decided that they were calling me mom, not even necessarily my partner referring to me as mom in front of the kid or something like that. I feel like it would be comfortable, because my brother-in-law is not my nephew's father, but he has been dad his entire life, because he's been there for him his entire life. And that, I think, was more of a decision that my sister kind of like let him make himself.
If I am put in a position to take over as mom, like dad has the kid all the time and mom is not in the picture, whatever the child wants to call me, because I would be like acting as a mom in that case. If I were a stepmom, I would probably pick a fun name that the kid felt like, you're not just like this person, but you're also not my mom. I'd pick like a name just for them to call me.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like mine's pretty much the same answer that we've been saying. Like I would let the kid choose as they wish. You know what I mean? Of just like, cool, when you're younger, if it is just like, all right, there's not a dad in the picture and I'm dad, all right, cool. But also like, I would probably start with like, yeah, just call me by my name, whatever you want. But then also if they were just like dad, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. You're not going to be like,
we'll take that. Yeah.
what'd you call me?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I don't think any good step parent, I should say, because we know that not all step parents are great.
Right.
I feel like if any parent was like attached to a child, whether it was theirs or not, if a child was like, "Hey, mom," I'd be like,
Oh, yeah, my God,
What'd you call me? Oh my God.
I wouldn't be like, "What'd you call me?" I'd be
Yeah.
like, "What'd you call me?"
Right. Yeah.
All right, we're ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Are we ready? Okay.
Uh-oh.
If you could fix one world problem, what would it be?
Ooh. Wow.
I'm just going to say world hunger, because why would that not be the first thing? Just make sure everyone can eat.
Yeah. I feel like my answer would be, I was going to go something like sort of general, like homelessness, because like everyone should have a home. But I think I might dig a little bit deeper, and I would try and solve the dispersion of wealth. So I would try and
some Robin
change
Hood stuff.
like capitalism style
Yeah.
things of like, why are there, 10 billionaires who have all the stuff? And then because if I solve that, that trickles down into
So true.
people having homes, people having food, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, maybe mine would be specific of like, I would take out the fucking rich people.
Yeah, we're just gonna take out all the billionaires.
Oh my gosh. I think mine would be just like for the world in general. I would say the environmental stuff. I would say we have problems with our air. We have problems with our water. We have problems with our soil. There's just stuff literally just falling apart. And if we don't have this planet, we don't have anything. If this planet literally crumbled, we would have nothing. We wouldn't have homes. We wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have the resources to do any of that stuff. So I think I'm going to be that person and
It's so true.
encourage everyone to stop fucking littering.
You heard it here first. Honestly, same 2024. Vote for all of us because we're going to solve all of those things for you.
By
don't know
robbing
how.
billionaires.
The next thing we're going to
how.
by robbing billionaires and then being able to solve
Robbing
all these
Hood.
things. Robbing rich neighborhoods.
Yeah, robbing rich hoods.
The next question: who is your celebrity crush? From saving the world to just wanting to have sex with a celebrity. Here's the next question. I've got a lot.
Okay,
why
let's do top three because I'm stressing over here.
Yes.
Zussy Beats is one from Atlanta, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with her.
Nope.
Well, I'll show you a picture
Is
after.
she a wrestler?
No.
Wrestler.
Oh, from Atlanta makes it sound like she lives in Atlanta. The show Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
She is in the show Atlanta, and does many other things.
What if you just gave us like everything about her and you're like, no big deal, and we're like, okay, so
She
Ross is a
lives on
stalker.
1234
Yeah.
Streetway Lane, and she goes to bed around 9 p.m. every night. She gets a lot of sleep.
She sets her alarms at 8:30. It's really annoying.
It's hard because I got to get out the window that fast. And,
Oh,
no, yeah,
God.
Zussy Beats is one. Oh man, Florence Pugh is another.
It's a good one.
And there is a professional wrestler that I will list in this. Her name is Mercedes Vernado, and she is just amazing. Yeah. So there's three. There's three. There's definitely more, but there's three of them.
It's
I can
so
give you.
hard. I'm already feeling bad for the people that
I
I,
know.
won't list that will
Right?
never know I exist.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
no.
oh man, they're on the back of my.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, because that's really hard. I feel like my top 3, and this will change.
Oh my god! I
Yeah.
just remembered one I should have put in there.
See?
Your life will now forever be changed.
I'm so sorry. I have to add it. How did I not list Emma Watson?
I was actually
don't
gonna say
know
it for
how I
you.
didn't say Emma Watson. That has to be in there. Anyway, Leah.
I'm glad you said her because now the rest of us don't have to because she's just like everybody has a crush on Emma Watson. I feel
Yeah.
like you don't. It's
She's just a little sweetie pie.
and that's why my number 1 is Natalie Portman. I feel like, which is like kind of a duh, like of course. But in this moment, I also love Pedro Pascal and Jim Sturgis. He's in Across the Universe.
I don't know that last name.
I love that movie.
I know. It's so good. Everybody in that movie is attractive.
True. Okay. Right now, who am I obsessed with?
Taylor Swift.
I don't have a crush on Taylor Swift though. She goes like beyond like that for me.
Okay.
Like in a bad like I'm in a cult. Asking for help right now, just so everyone's aware.
Blink twice if you need help.
Okay, I'll always have Jake Gyllenhaal up there. I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And Madison Eisman. I love her from Goosebumps or Nocturne, or she's in a lot of spooky stuff.
Okay.
And oh my god, I'm gonna be like so stressed when I like get home and I'm scrolling Instagram later and I'm like,
Oh, same.
I should have said that person.
Oh, I know. I'm like
100%
on the
like,
podcast.
I already have like 4 more. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, we have
Okay.
crushes on everybody.
Maybe we just do a whole celebrity crush episode. one
Well,
day
you
where
know,
we
that
just-
would be my dream. We
Oh
would be
my
here all
gosh.
day.
Yeah,
Okay, my
same.
third one, I will make. Oh my God, this is like so stressful.
I know.
Should I do a boy or girl?
You have 2 girls already so
I know
far.
I have a boy and a girl.
boy and a girl.
Oh, okay. No, you had 3 girls. My bad. Okay, wait.
What are you, straight or something?
Yeah.
What do I like, girls or something?
What is that about?
This should be
What's
like
that
the
about?
easiest question. Let me see. Let me think. For sake of time, Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
And
love him. He's a cutie pie.
anybody not watching, this was really tough for her. There's a tear rolling down Brittany's face right now.
Might as
She's-
well be. I
Yeah.
can't breathe over here.
Yeah, there's our celebrity crushes.
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 Crusts.
You're up.
All right. If women were to get paid menstrual leave, how many paid day offs should they receive in a month? I would say 3.
I would say 3 is fair because normally people go like 5 days. Like mine's like 4 to 5. But there's 3 where I like cannot
Yeah.
function
Yeah.
the way that I would be able to in there.
Yeah,
Like
I will, especially with endometriosis. I feel like my first couple days are just like brutal. So
Yeah.
I feel like I think 3 is fair because
As far as
of the
paid,
fact that
like
it's
fine if I got to take more time off, but like it's paid. Yeah.
because yeah, it's like I would love to be standing all day and like cutting hair. I make my own schedule. I can give myself breaks if I need to. But what I do requires me to be very physical and stand all day, which is very hard when you're in like that much pain.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and what is your Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to know.
Well, his mouth was like this.
I was about to say something, but then I was going to hear. But then I also love that you were like, "Okay, male, what is your thought?" on-" You, as soon as you locked eyes on
I
me,
think
you're like,
that's-
"Oh yeah, something to fucking
What?
say."
You to say.
What I was going
You
to
better be
say-
giving us 5 days.
Well, you're about to be shocked and surprised. This is coming from a place of ignorance, but also just a place of like, why not? The first thing that came, I'm just going with the first answer that came to my mind. A week. I would literally just be like, take a whole fucking week. Like,
Nobody wants to deal with us for that whole week.
but
Yeah.
I
Even
literally,
if the cramps are over, the PMS is not.
because like even in my head, if I were making logic to that, I think when something like difficult is happening, you're not just dealing with it when it's happening. You're dealing
you have
with the
to deal with
pre
it.
and the post. So like in my mind, I instantly was like, fuck, just take a whole week. Like, so then you have a couple days of like, oh, it's settling in. I don't want to fucking do anything. And then, oh, we're fucking in the middle of it. And then a couple days to like reset yourself and be like, oh, I got to get back to fucking work. So in my mind, I'm just like, take a week. Take a week.
Yeah,
Week.
that wouldn't that be
work
nice?
We
3
make
weeks a
less
month.
on the dollar anyways, you know? Just make it up
Yeah, just
during
like
that week. I just hit
average
my
it
hand.
out. Yeah, for
Right.
us.
So yeah, my answer's a week.
That was fine to interrupt me for. No, I wasn't talking.
Me
just
for
like-
president.
We're
Me
just
for
like, we
president.
bleed a lot, man.
Yeah.
Brittany.
Oh, it's me. Which do you think is worse? Watching your ex make love to someone for an hour or spending 1 week in jail? Spending a week in jail would fucking suck.
You're saying you'd rather?
Well, am I watching a video or am I in the room with them?
I think you're in the room with. Well, either one, I guess. It
If
sounds
it's a
like
video, I will get through it. I have no emotional attachments.
Wow. Well, now that you put it like that, I immediately
an
was like,
hour?
I was like, take me to jail.
No, I'm not going to stinky jail if I don't have to.
Which ex, you know?
Yeah, that is also does play a part.
I
'Cause
guess
that's-
that does play.
that's the
that
thing.
does play.
Here's
a
the
part.
thing: no ex can make it an hour, so this is going to be super easy.
Wow.
Oh my god. You just have to
That
Like
watch
it's going to be like
just have to
55
watch-
minutes of him like crying.
You
so
just have to watch them cuddle after.
Yeah.
Or something. He's like, it was good for you, right?
I guess there's
It's good for me. It was
so-
good for you.
So many variables in that of like who it is, how are you watching it. My immediate reaction is take me to jail, but I guess it also depends on who it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stinky jail. I'm just not.
No, I don't think that 1 hour of being uncomfortable is worth a week in jail.
God, you guys are making it make so much sense. Like, fuck. But like, what is that
You
one?
can't force me to keep my eyes open.
So that's another variable.
Yeah.
Can I not look away? Can I not go?
Is this like like
I feel like it
Clockwork
would
Orange
have to
where they
be-
have like
Yeah.
Yeah, like are we watching from like behind a glass and I get like a warm coffee and I'm just like in my head for an hour? I can do that. I do that every day.
or
Yeah,
am
but
I
see-
standing in a cold shower naked while there's water coming down and I'm just like
and they're right in front of you.
in front
Like
of me
the
like
problem
yeah,
is-
it's completely different context.
Depending on what and who and what the context is, that 1 hour could destroy me for a long time.
Yeah, that's
longer
fair.
than a week in jail.
That's right. You just need to go to jail. We'll be fine. You go to jail.
I'll go to jail. You guys watch some fucking. Just come
Yeah.
check in on me. It's
We will.
It's a week. It's a week.
We'll pick you up. We'll bring you Chipotle.
Please.
It's a week. He's convincing himself he can do it.
All right, Ross, your turn.
Okay. Speaking of jail, should people be given jail sentences for animal cruelty?
Yes.
Yes.
Moving on.
Next question.
Next question. Which of the two is more important for you in a relationship, loyalty or love? I think if you have love, and maybe this is just me being a big old softie, I feel like if you have love, you already have loyalty.
Yeah.
And if you have enough love where the loyalty, people make mistakes, there's random shit that like will come up in life and like test your love for those people. But I feel like if you truly have like real love, I think that that's more important.
That's my exact answer.
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think they are nearly the same.
I
Yeah.
agree. Excuse me. Why? When I speak, you can't hear me, but when I burp across the room, you can hear it.
Here's what I need to know.
Oh my God.
Do I edit
Can we
that
make
out
that-
or can that stay
Can we make
in?
that like a soundboard? Can we have a
I
soundboard of like
of
noises?
the demon voice that just
Why did this microphone follow me across the room?
in a normal episode, if you're like even off to the side.
She's like,
Like
hey,
you can't
Ross,
hear shit. It was so
Wow.
small.
I feel like there's a little demon just crawling out of your mouth. Like,
Okay, now that I'm no longer possessed, if you were trapped in one city for the rest of your life, which city would it be? Trapped?
Wow.
like I could never ever leave the confines of the city.
I guess, yeah. Like
but
we're
I
in a
can still
dome,
do
like
whatever I
Springfield,
want.
in the city.
But I mean, like I could live there and I can still
Yeah.
like do whatever I want. Like I have free will. I just can't leave.
Yes.
Like the Truman Show, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
My answer would be I'm not sure. I've not gotten to very many like I'd directionally like geographically, that shit does not stick with me. Like cities, all of that, everything feels the same. I'm gonna say, I'm afraid that California's gonna fall off one day, so I don't want to be trapped and then.
And then
I
float
also
away.
I don't personally think that place is as cool as everybody makes it seem like it is.
I love Malibu. If I can get stuck
Okay.
in Malibu.
Okay.
Sorry, Ross. Sorry that I'm not cool enough for you.
Well, have fun floating away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might.
I think, technically Disney World is a city.
Oh wow.
Just
Like-
get trapped in the park. You do want a nightmare. That's just magical during the day.
Yeah, it is magical during the day. I haven't like visited that many places.
Exactly. I'm like, what's a city?
Yeah,
well,
I don't-
also, would I still have to like be working for a living? Because I would love to be like Destin, Florida, but then like, can I afford to live in Destin, Florida? I'll be homeless in Destin, Florida.
I feel like I have two answers. One is really boring of like, just trap me in Columbus where I'm with everything I
I
already
am
know.
happy with
and
Columbus,
Yeah.
my life is like still set up. If I was giving like a fun magical answer, I've never been there, but in my head it would be cool to just be in like a place like Salem all the time or something.
Oh my God, why didn't
Yeah.
I say that?
I've been there, and it is very like, it's smaller than you
I
realize.
like
you
it
know what I
for
mean?
probably.
that reason. It is very, very small town.
It's
Yeah.
more like cozy,
Yeah.
I guess.
I feel like I would be fine being in a cozy place, but
Yeah. I feel like if it wasn't Columbus as like a serious answer and a place that I've never been, I almost feel like I'd want to choose somewhere in Europe, because then I would feel like it was always
Yeah.
interesting because it's new things that
And
I'd
places
be
in
learning
Europe
every day.
Are like, I don't know, the history there versus like, you
Yeah.
would have a lot to learn. You'd have so much to learn throughout your whole life being trapped there.
For sure.
or just give me like a cool seaside town somewhere. For some reason,
Yeah.
the vibe of those places, I'm always like, man,
Rhode
what a-
Island?
Like somewhere in
dope place.
Greece, I feel like you're always just like, there's just like blue fucking water, and you walk out of your little cocoon hut thing. I don't know what they're called, and you walk out and it's just like, oh, like I could wake up like
Yeah.
that every day.
Fair.
So true.
Very fair. Okay, if you could invite 3 people to dinner, who would they be?
Oh, I love this.
Is this
It can be
different
anyone.
than
It can be
celebrity
dead or alive.
crushes?
I think
Are we?
this
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
I think this
This
is like
is- you're having a dinner party?
anybody. Wow, this is gonna be a thinker.
Because I would have, oh, it's not my turn.
I mean, you can. I have to think. So you go ahead and.
I've already answered. I did this question a lot at work. Adam Sandler, Taylor Swift, and my grandma. She's dead.
Wow.
She would be alive at the dinner though.
Holy shit.
I like that she had like
Don't worry, guys.
just like
I
just
would take her in
prop up.
ghost form as well.
Okay.
Wow.
Because then she could be however she wanted to be. She
Yeah.
could be whatever age she wants
Yeah.
to be. She could
Damn.
wear whatever she wants to that
Yes.
dinner.
I think I'm inviting one of my grandmas too. Now that you say that. And then. This is hard.
Yeah, I love dinner.
I like.
good
Well,
dinner
I
party.
will have to like. I have to like think too hard. To try and just make this so we're not sitting here in silence for 30 minutes. My grandma, Jordan Peele, and I gotta have somebody from wrestling on the show
Are they gonna
at my dinner.
wrestle your
It's
grandma?
going to turn into a podcast by accident. The dinner's going to be
Yeah, you
another
see where my
show.
Oh, God,
brain
have 'em on the
fucking
show.
goes all the time. Oh man, why can I not think of fucking somebody to? I don't know. Mick Foley, that would be the other choice.
I feel like, man, you guys both said your grandparents. I have 3 dead grandparents. It could literally just be them, probably. And I would be like,
You can put them in
stoked.
one seat. That's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They could all just, they have like
They
a
could
bench
interchange.
seat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. Like at different points they can come in.
Yeah.
It's dessert. You have your last grandma come
every
on out.
course, every
Yeah.
course. Yeah, everybody comes
Would
out.
that be more sad? Saying goodbye
Yeah.
again? Maybe I don't want that.
Ooh.
Maybe I
No.
don't want to have to say goodbye to a ghost.
I mean,
do.
you have to on a Ouija board, or else they will haunt you. So just keep that in mind. Yeah.
I do
Um,
want to play with the Ouija board.
But if we're just talking like outside of like immediate family or whatever, and it could just be like, oh, who are 3 people that you would love? I would say probably Adam Schlesinger, which he's like just was an insane, amazing songwriter. And he passed away from COVID complications in 2020. I feel like a lot of mine would be musicians, so I'm like trying to like branch out and be like, no, do something different.
It's your dinner party.
That's true. What am I serving? Maybe okay, so Adam Schlesinger, I would say Freddie Mercury, and oh, this is so hard. Stutz.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You would just be therapizing the whole table.
That was undoubtedly the hardest question we've answered
Yeah.
so far.
It's really hard to choose between people to spend time with, whether it's like your celebrity crushes or like who do I want to eat food around.
That's the thing. Like that's why I picked Adam Sandler and Taylor Swift, because this is gonna be a very like
I don't feel
talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bring a celebrity crush because I would be too concerned with
That person
am I impressing
only.
them?
I'm sweaty.
Yes.
and that wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't be focused on
Yeah.
the right thing. So
Let's do.
1000%.
Do you guys want to do me and her and then wrap this episode up, or you want to keep going?
we can do that. Yeah,
Okay.
we can do. This is the final 3 here. I did
Okay.
one.
I'm gonna like choose from the middle of the pile here because I feel like
That's the card.
that's the card. What are some low cost first date ideas? This is boring.
That one's
I don't
super
like that
boring.
one.
Turns out that wasn't the card.
Okay. If your partner has never posted any pictures of you on social media, do you consider that a red flag? No, because I think that if you are secure enough in a relationship, you should realize that other people's social media is about them and not about you.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just am very secure in my relationship. And Zach could like wipe his Instagram. He never posts, but he could wipe his Instagram and I would not think anything of it.
Yeah. Like we all get the highlights and are fun of like, oh my God, look at us doing this thing. But like social media is not real life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
No. Yeah.
Nope. All right.
All right, Britt.
This is the last one.
I know.
We did get through that one pretty quickly.
The last.
Melon.
I don't want to end on that question. I'm sorry.
This is
That's
what makes
okay.
it tough. The final one.
Is having sex with a friend off limits for you? Is this a hypothetical? No one's in a relationship? Because this is the friend zone. Right?
having
Or is this, like,
sex-
friends
is that
with
just like
benefits?
a general?
That's all it says. Is having sex with a friend off limits for you? It is for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. Because I can differentiate my friends from my like.
Well,
I
I
feel
guess if
like
you're-
it's
Like I don't think
yeah,
it would need
depends
to
on
be
the
for
situation.
you. Because you are able, like, because you've already said that you'll like there will be communication if you were into someone, and then
yeah. So I guess my answer is no. That's
Yeah.
not off limits. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's yeah, again it depends on the situation. If it was like I don't know.
should we do one more card? This
Yeah.
is
We
such
should do
a
another one.
stumper
That
Because that
was
to
like
like
does that does sort
yeah.
of go in like you said to like the friend zone thing.
Yeah.
Like because it's like if I was interested in a person like that, then
Then they wouldn't be
not-
my friend. And
yeah, they're
then-
not like my friend. That's not like, all right, well, let's go back to hanging out and watching movies on the couch and pretending that didn't just
But I
happen.
could totally see like if I was single and I was like, you know, it'd be fun to like, I'll go on like one date with this person and see what happens. Like that's a little different.
Yeah, it's different if you're doing it for a reason. If it's just like, oh, we're just doing this and we're still staying friends and I'm not trying to like turn it into something more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never
See,
just
my
been
answer
like
is I'm
a
fine with. I'm okay
And
with that.
you're okay with friends with benefits.
Yes.
But then at my point, you're not really like just friends. Like even if you don't have that emotional connection,
There's
So
still
have
like
this
an
like
underlying
is this
thing.
a consistent thing, or is this like a hey,
Ask
is
Convo and
this
Chill.
is this gonna happen and then like it never happen again and we're just like cool with
that's
it?
because
Like,
what if that is it? And because then you could be like destroying a relationship or a friendship.
that's where the communication part I think would maybe come in. It doesn't always work that way though, for sure.
Yeah.
Of like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, I just feel like because then if you are just like, oh, we're just doing this, but we're just friends, and as long as like we're both on the same page, that it's like that's
I
still
think
friends
that's
with
totally
benefits.
fine. Yeah.
See, I can I can think of scenarios like that where I would be like, no, this can't happen.
Yeah,
it's
And
very circumstantial on the person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these are. I feel like.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll try one.
Let's
we'll try
do
another
one more. That
more.
was too much.
To add more adventure to your love life, your partner is interested in bringing someone to join you during
What a
sex.
good way to end.
Would you be open to that? So again, another question of, are you open to having sex with someone else? So
That
yeah,
is
3 ways.
a 3-way.
I don't. I guess hypothetically, my answer would be probably not. I'd feel a little bit. I feel a little bit weird, even though like the dude side of me would be like, is it a girl? But no, I'd still be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless they were like, I'm so fucking bored with you. If that's what it spawned from.
Well, no, it's
you know what I
saying
mean?
to add adventure. So,
To add
so
adventure.
she's
So it's-
coming to you and saying, would you be interested in doing this fun thing with me?
So it's not from a place of like something's off between
It's not
us.
an ultimatum. It's
I
just
need
let's
this.
switch it up. Let's have fun.
Oh man.
You can still say no. That's your boundary. and
I
your
would I
preference.
would lean towards no. But I will say the human male side of me would
consider for a minute.
consider if it were another girl.
Sure. And
I'd be like potentially. But
okay.
that douchey answer disregards every like nice respectful answer I gave the rest of the episodes where I'm like, girls can have a week off for their period.
No,
and I'm
I-
like, if you bring me another girl, hell yeah.
I feel like my answer would be yes.
Yeah, same.
I think that's just the bisexual person
Yeah.
in me where I'm just like,
Yeah.
and not that all bisexual people are open to threesomes, but I feel like it's just like,
It's a super circumstantial thing, but yeah,
exactly.
like it's just
if it was, hey, this person appeared out of thin air and we're both interested and we might not ever speak to them again. It's not like we're like adding into our relationship
Yeah.
where this is a permanent member of like our life.
right. Yeah.
Was that a good ender?
Yeah, I think so.
Was that a
A
good
rear ender.
a rear ender?
Because it's the end.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course, Ross. Why didn't you,
You know, like
get
the
it?
caboose, the
I
little
don't-
red
yes,
caboose.
I was thinking nothing else. Well, that was Convo and Chill, and our viewers can tell that we didn't even get through like
I know. We're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
have
like
so many
even
more
even
games
a-
for you
a
guys
100 like even sliver of this
then. I know.
deck.
Should we like put those together?
Yeah, I definitely think
Yeah.
we'll keep these
Yeah.
separate so that way
Oh,
for
no.
future episodes, because we will
Yeah.
do this again at some point, because why wouldn't we? Okay, well, we did it. That was Convo
That was
and
so
Chill.
fun.
Yay.
We figured out that if anything, we should all be running for president
Yeah.
to run.
Give
the
us
entire,
days off for our periods
Yes.
or else.
and you're
And
going
you're going to jail if you hit a
Yeah.
dog.
if you harm a dog.
Absolutely.
Your
No
what else did
question.
we determine? The world matters,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
don't litter.
Fuck billionaires.
Don't fucking
Fuck
yeah.
the billionaires. Everyone should get to eat and live.
But please also give us money. Billionaires.
Yeah.
And yeah, give us money, and more so right now, human who is listening to this, what you can give us is a nice little tap on that subscribe button or the follow button wherever
Yes.
you are listening or watching this at. And of course, if you really want to go the extra mile, give us a few stars. Leave us a rating and a
Don't
review.
give us a few. That's only 3. Give us 5
Oh,
stars.
is few 3? Is
Yeah,
that what that
a
kind of-
couple is
couples
2, a
two,
few is 3,
3.
and then anything
Oh.
Yeah.
beyond that, I don't really know.
You just specify.
Well, a few is 3, and if you're out there and you want to make me a part of your few, let me know, because I did answer that last question. I'm hoping.
It's all circumstantial here.
It's all circumstantial. We'll see. Yeah, toss 5 stars. What are you thinking? At honestly same pod, guys. We just chilled and had a convo. What a fun time.
We've
So
never
fun.
done that
I
before.
know.
First
First time
time.
for everything.
First
Stop
time for
saying what I
everything.
say.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm also going to say something else you say, and hit that button.
Hit that button.